quick fire questions. Would you ever consider hosting the Fishermania final to basically make it appeal to a wider audience than it currently does?
Would I?
Yes.
I'd love to. Absolutely. I love fishing. Yeah, why wouldn't I? What like Keith Arthur does?
Yeah, so basically,
spot on.
Being host, be the face of it for Sky Sports, so that while it's on TV, you're
there.
Yeah,
100%.
running around the well, not running, but walking around the lake. And
I do watch it sometimes, not being rude to the presenters there, but I feel it needs a fishing person there asking the questions. I think you're just going to, for us match fishermen, I think you're going to get more of a real good, solid question and answer, not being rude, you know what I mean? A real understanding.
I think it's obvious, isn't it, on when they're presenters as opposed to anglers. Even some of the language they're using, where it's not necessarily wrong. But
exactly right. Yeah, it isn't like we would like it, you know. Let's have it right. Jamie Redknapp, when he's presenting about football, he's solid, bang. It's exactly how it should be. The fishing presenters, as match anglers, it's not the right terminology, is it?
No.
I'm just being honest. I hear it and I go,
no.
You've got
what's he on about? What's he on about?
Yeah, you've kind of got that where you're a bit of a face outside of fishing as well. So you probably draw other people in on that and give it a bit more.
Yeah, I think you can break that barrier as well. I think at the moment, the current people that do it, the sort of on eggshells, I kind of need to go around this, but I can't. I think you could be a bit more, because you know the gear.
Just step through 16
meters.
No,
not being rude. Yeah, also I heard stuff going on, like even in the production, like why isn't there close-ups on floats?
Yeah.
Like I want to see what the angler is watching. You know, if Will's sitting on his box there, I want to see what Will can see.
Yeah.
Technology's out there. Why can't we see him fish a waggler for 10, 15 minutes? That's what I want to see.
The best one to do, I don't know how feasible it is, probably more online, getting cameras set up in every peg so you can pick and choose who you sat and watch.
Perfect.
It need to be a GoPro over the head sort of
100%.
thing.
And also there was cables went into Will's peg
Yeah.
by the island,
Yeah.
got snagged up for 2 hours on a feed. That shouldn't be happening in a prestige match like that.
But that's because
why
they don't know.
the production, if they do, I'd be very surprised, but should get real angling-based anglers that go, we can't have that.
Yeah.
Can't be putting cables in on a Friday night or whenever they did,
Yeah, well, I
and
think it was
putting it into the fisher. That just wouldn't. If there's a match fisherman involved in that wouldn't happen.
The Matchcast squad present Fishermania.
But do you get what I mean? On a serious note, because it's 50 grand up for grabs as well, by the way. So it's a bit of a. I just feel it's a bit. It's not doing it justice, is it? It's just not there yet. It won't take long, but I just feel they've got enough. They could easily just take that up a level.
Yeah,
For me, as a watching it back home, I just wished I could watch like Andy Bennett fishing a pole shallow right at the end. I want to see the flow. I want to see, you know, it's happening right there. Get in, see what he's seeing. Like Paul Holland was doing his video and his match focus stuff. I said, Paul, I need to see what you're seeing.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you sitting on the box.
Yeah.
I want to see you holding. I want to see what you're seeing. All of a sudden, I can visualise. He's talking about a line. I can't see the line. I want to see the line. I want to see what's happening. And I think that's a great way of learning. If you can get what the angler's seeing, that is the best way, in my opinion. Sorry, went off on one of them.
No worries. Right. On the football pitch, you are known for your trademark set pieces.
Yeah.
What is your trademark in fishing? Tactics or any specific thing?
Where'd your strengths lie?
Trademark free kick. Is that what you're putting me down as? Yeah, I'll
It's
take that.
only what you say about yourself.
No, I could whip one in the stanchion. Don't worry about that. What would I say was you? What am I good at? What would I class?
What are your strengths? Yeah.
I like
your
shallow
main
on the
strength?
pole. I'm good shallow on the pole. I just like shallow pole fishing.
Carp or F1s or a bit of
Both. I went to Gold the other week. Fished a jigger all day. Loved it. I tell you what, I like active. I like being active. I like getting bites. I like working it out. I like getting into a rhythm. I like, the more bites you have. I put it this way: the more bites you have, the more you're learning. Because, if you're sitting there on a lead rod waiting for 13 bites, you ain't learning as much. You ain't learning as much of fish behaviour because you're not seeing as many fish, right? If you've got mouths there to feed, and I love that. I love that concept. But would say I love roach fishing in the winter.
Yeah.
You love roach fishing in the winter, but again, active.
Similar to F1
fishing, I think. It's got to be cute. Fishing outside your bait, feeding a lot of bait, not feeding a lot of bait. All that kind of stuff. When you grab your little edges, oh mate,
Brilliant.
I just, that there is what grabs me, you know. Then I come in, I'm fishing pace down the side, totally opposite,
Completely different.
and that can grab me. Don't get me wrong, because I believe there's arts in all.
Versatility could be your strength.
Yeah, I do. I tell you what I do. I do that 4 weeks on board.
Yeah.
So versatility, I do love versatility. I'll say, don't get me wrong, I'm not good at all methods, but I love the versatility. I love the unknown. I'll tell you what I do love, and then a lot of people ban it, dobbing.
Yeah.
Like, how can they ban dobbing? Like, that's the total art of fishing.
Yeah.
See a fish, catch a fish. What are you doing banning dobbing? What is that all about?
For the Northerners, mugging.
Mugging, is it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Right, is that the game?
Spread
South.
through the water.
Okay.
It's weird, isn't it?
Dobbing up north
But
is
where
bred
do we
through
lie
the
with
water.
that? I know it's quick fire, but I'm going to pull this one out. I'm not having it. Where do you lie with this game?
I personally don't think there is much more of an invigorating way of fishing.
Invigorating.
Yeah.
That's-
good
that's- I
word.
think that's the
What?
word, isn't
Yeah,
it?
no,
So I
exactly
I
right.
absolutely love.
We had one
You see,
today. We
I had one
today.
after the match.
You did.
And
Legend.
you had
Got
one
on
in
my
the match.
box and box. I had one on a 2-foot rig. He's gone, oh, dink, that'll do you.
Yeah, no,
Lovely.
I slid your float down.
Oh, did ya?
Yeah,
Did ya?
I've put it
Slip
that
route.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that you can see a fish, you flick your rig. That moment between flicking your rig in, thinking, has it turned? Has it turned? It's turned.
Trust
It's
me.
gone it.
And look, we all know
love
there's a
it.
skill in that.
Yeah. Well, you look at the
people that do
that
it.
stand out, power and stuff like that. They're just so much
good
better
at
at
it.
it. But I think that is a lot of it is stuff you can't actually. It's not like they're using different gear. It's being able to see and being able to read fish.
Yeah.
Be like that's catchable. Go for him. Ship out.
Yeah.
Don't put a shadow over the top.
Two swimming
And it's
together.
so-
I learned
yeah.
that.
It's
I
like-
learned that. Sunny side, if there's a
Yeah.
shadow. But
Yeah.
I learned all that. You learn it quickly, didn't you? Because
But-
fish boshes
Yeah,
off.
because
It's like-
you see. That's
Yeah,
the thing. It's
exactly
like,
right.
You
That-
can like do something and see the reaction. So
Yeah.
many times you're fishing down there. You can't.
You're guessing.
You guess.
You
but
work
you
out
ain't got
which
a
ones
clue,
are
really.
catchable, don't you? Very easily.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Next one.
Yep.
A last-minute winner in a derby, or a £10 on the whistle to win the match.
What
£10
match, though?
car.
What match, though? You can't just say a match.
Fish
Jake.
qualifier.
yeah, to
Fisho
put-
qualifier.
Yeah.
Oh, Rich. Yeah, the fish boy.
you're having the £10.
If I just got to get a bit more strength in that left arm and let him. I went a week today, didn't I?
You're like, please come in.
Is that when I was taking pictures of it?
Yeah.
It's such bad
And he
timing.
says it, he announces it, I'm too weak.
Oh, don't, Jake. I feel such a prawn. Yeah, it's got to be the £10 on the whistle. Imagine that. Clonk, top lip, in you come. I'd be jumping up and down like a Luno. Yeah, it's £10 fish. Go to fish show, 100%.
Excellent. You've always taken pride in your hairdos. Almost as good.
Does this come
Almost
from
as good.
No, this was
Rich.
Facebook
Almost
questions.
as good
We opened it
as
up.
Robbie Savage and the one and only David Ginola.
Oh, we take Ginola. What a legend he is. I met him once, right, and he smelt of Jean-Paul Gaultier.
I bet he did.
I said to him, have you bathed in that, David? He was, honestly, it was just unbelievable. He's like an oil painting as well. I'm looking at him going, oh my God, I didn't know they made humans like this. Unbelievable.
But do you think you've got the best hair in fishing?
What sort of question is that?
Someone actually
Just,
asked on Facebook.
it's just what the fans want to know.
Best in fishing. Well, it's up there, isn't it? I'll tell you what it is. It's a well-groomed long barnet. It's
Yeah.
well-groomed. You know,
Yeah.
I condition it quite a lot. There's a lot of soapy fishermen out there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Need a good scrub.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like Robbie Taylor or something like
Robbie
that.
Taylor's
He-
a
his
good
hair-
looking man.
his hair's
Yeah,
good,
he's
isn't it?
slick.
He'd
Yeah.
have a go.
Robbie T slick.
yeah.
Who else is slick? There ain't a lot of slick ones, is there? No, Robbie T. Yeah, I agree with that one.
Robbie
T
Taylor.
slick.
The girls
Yeah.
like him.
Yeah, they get a lot of boys like Robbie.
Yeah. to be fair.
Yeah.
If you're going to turn, he's probably the one you do it.
Yeah, Robbie slick. But look, it takes a certain amount to have this. 41 years of age, still carrying the grey bun.
Yeah.
It ain't a lot that can do that. I'm sorry.
No. Right, and the final question.
Go on.
If money wasn't in the equation, would you have traded your career in football for a career or basically being able to go fishing when and where you want?
So career in football, career in fishing.
Yeah, money out the equation.
Money's not part
Money
of the
out
equation.
equation, yeah. No, football. I loved it. I did love it. So no, I did. Don't get me wrong.
Enough.
Yeah, football was. Oh man, it was just a buzz of all buzzes. Do you know what I mean? I don't think you could ever. I couldn't take that away from footy. What it give me them buzzes at 3:00, turning up at Anfield, Old Trafford.
And Old Trafford, I was going to say.
Newcastle, Leeds, all them grounds, smelling it, going in there, it's like, so that would be taking that away.
And you made the most of your career, didn't you?
Mate, I got outside of Anfield and walked in. I stopped. I said, stop the coach. They're like, what? I said, stop the coach. I want to walk in. I want to take it all in. So I got out. I walked into Anfield. Yeah, it's just amazing. I wasn't one of them that had earphones on, coming in on a coach. I was like, I want to, it ain't going to happen. Mum always used to say to me, this doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah.
Make sure you live, breathe and take it all in. And then before you know it's over.
Yeah.
She was right. So, absolutely. Going into them big grounds was I always say going into them because me being a fan, it was like Anfield.
Yeah.
Like Goodison Park, you've seen it. It's like going down Coronation Street and it's all these houses and all of a sudden you turn around the little corners, ear to reach wide. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's a big stadium, you're like,
yeah.
I didn't know this
Goodison
was like
Park
this.
is very much like that,
Nuts.
isn't it? It's in the middle of
Nuts.
just in the middle of some streets.
Oh, I couldn't believe it when I first drove down there. It's on top of you. The fans are slaughtering
a lot
you.
like that. Old Trafford, obviously, because of how big it is, you see it, but that's just in the middle of housing estate, and you walk through, and
but
there.
But it's bigger, isn't it?
It's bigger,
it's
yeah.
down in an industrial piece.
Goodison Park. If you're a couple of streets up, you don't see it, and then
it's
you
in Coronation Street, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right next to the pub.
And like you say, there's a row of houses,
Oh, it's
and
a joke.
the streets this wide.
There's row of houses opposite on one of the sides.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's like you're looking at the stadium.
Yeah.
You imagine growing up, and that's your mum and dad's house, and you wake up in the morning. That's nuts, though, isn't it? I've always wondered that.
Big
dunk.
Duncan
I shit myself and ran away.
Printed on the wall.
No, I've had a few runs with him. Oh, that was embarrassing. God, dear, oh dear, yeah.
Yeah, you knew how to mess with the wrong people, didn't you?
I'm too trappy, man. I got myself in trouble too much. Like doing on a fishing bank sometimes.
I think fishing needs a bit of it, doesn't it? It's almost like
I think
you've got to underplay everything in fishing, haven't you?
Rich, you're spot on. They're too safe. And what's all this? I'm going to have to get this out here. Your net. What you got, mate? £130, weighs in 180. Never understood it. No, but I don't mind if you had it once or twice. It's every single week. I say, you're pulling my pants down. You are actually doing it on purpose now.
Yeah.
Stop doing it. I go the other way now, don't I? He's asked me what I had today.
£300.
So, no, you can't take liberties. I never called 300 in my life. They say, shut up, you mug. But I'm like, I'll put 30 over. And they go, what? Yeah, well, I'm honest. I'll do it as close as I possibly can.
Yeah.
So anglers out there, stop doing that because you're mugging yourself.
Yeah.
It really annoys me.
Brilliant. Well, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, cheers,
as
boys.
always.
Enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Enjoyed
Thanks
it.
for coming on.
Nice to see you.
Thank you. And as always, hopefully everybody's enjoyed the podcast. If you can, get it shared, like and subscribe to any of our channels or wherever you listen to the podcast, and we'll be joining you soon.
Thank you very much.
Love it.